You're welcome to my channel. Now, using Jacobi's method, this is what you do. First of all, check the diagonal axis. Your 4, 5, and 7. As you can see, it's more greater than the other axis, which are y, your y here, your 3z, x, z, your 2x, and that of your what? Your minus y. Now, this is what you do. Since the diagonal axes are more greater than all other axes, now let's start. Now picking the first equation, equation 1, equation 2, equation 3. Now picking the first equation, which is 4x plus y plus 3z is equals to what? It's equals to 17. Now make xz the formula. 4x is equals to what? 17 minus y minus 3 what? 3z. Divide both sides by what? By 4. Therefore, my x is equals to. Now, when we divide through by the coefficient of what? Of x. So 17 divided by 4 will give us what? 5.25 minus 1 divided by 4, you get what? 0.25. 3 divided by 4, you get what? 0.75z. Now, this is your equation what? Equation 4. Now, pick the next value, x plus 5y plus z is equals to what? 14. Make y set the formula. So 5y will be equals to what? 14 minus x minus z. So therefore, divide both sides by what? By 5. Now, if you divide through by the coefficient of what? Of y. So which is 5 divided by 5. 14 divided by 5 is what? 2.8 minus 1 divided by 5 is what? 0.x minus z divided by 5 is what? 0.2 z. So now this is equation 5. Now let's pick the next one, which is equation 3. So 2x minus y plus 8z is equals to 12. Now make z inside the formula. 8z be equals to 12 minus 2x plus y. Divide both sides by coefficient of z, which is 8. Divide by 8. Divide by 8. Divide by what? By 8. So z will be equals to what? 12 divided by 8. Now, when you divide 12 by 8, you get what? 1.5 minus 2 divided by 8, you get 0.25 plus 1 divided by 8, you get what? 0.125. So therefore, we have successfully gotten all our values of x, y, and what? And z. Now let's start. Now, according to Jacobi's method, my x is equals to my y, and my y is equals to my z, and z is equals to what? 0. Now let's start our first iteration. So x1 will be equals to 4.25 minus 0.25. Now, if we check the value of y here is what? Let's just put it y minus 0.75 what? Z. Now let's substitute the value. X1 will be what? 4.25 minus 0.25 times. Now the initial value of y is what? 0, because x is equals to y and y is equals to z, and z that is equals to what? 0, which is 0 minus 0.75 times z is also equals to what? 0, so which is 0. So therefore my x1 will be what? 4.25. So let's get y1. y1 is equals to what? 2.8 minus 0.2x minus 0.2z. Now let's substitute the values. Our initial values: 2.8 minus 0.2 times 0 minus 0.2 times 0. Now y1 will now be equal to what? 2.8. Now let's get the value of what? The value of z1. So z1 is equals to, what's the value? 1.5 minus 0.25 x plus 1 plus 0.125 y. So z1 will be equal to 1.5 minus 0.25 times the initial condition of x, not x1, is what? 0 plus 0.125 times what? 0. So z1 will be equal to what? What is the answer? 1.5. Now let's go to the second iteration. So x2 is equals to what? What is the formula for x1? x1 is what? 4 point what? It's just x, sorry. 4.25 minus 0.25y minus what? 0.75 what? Z. Now let's get z2. So it's the formula for x. So now 1.25 minus 0.25 times, now the value for y, and this is what you do. Since the initial value of x, y, z, you substitute into your x, your y, and z for iteration 1. Now when solving that of the second iteration, which is this, you substitute the value of your iteration 1 into what? Iteration 2. So substitute, so my y will be equal to what? 2.8 minus 0.75 times what? My z is what? 1.5. Now let's press. Now as you can see, when we press this value in our calculator, we are having what? 2.4 2.425. Now let's get the second one. Now y, the formula for y is what? 2.8 minus 0.2x minus 0.2z. So therefore my second iteration will be what? 0.8 minus 0.2 times. Now you're using the value of what? The first iteration, which is x1, which is 4.25 minus 0.2 times, what is the value of your z? The value of z is what? 1.5, which is y2 will be equals to what? 2.8 minus 0.2 times 4.25 minus 0.2 times 1.5, which will be equals to what? 1.6 what? 65. Now let's get the value of z. Z3 now be equals to what? What's the formula for z? 1.5, which is this 1.5 minus 0.25x plus 0.125y. So now z2 will be equal to what? 1.5 minus 0.25 times, what's the value of x? 4.25 plus 0.125 times, what's the value of my y? Y is what? 2.8. Now let's get our z. Z will be equal to what? Now after calculating, this will be your answer. Now this is how you continue, and you continue. So this is how you continue. Now when are you supposed to stop? So on getting to, after the point of, which is your sixth iteration, which is your fifth and sixth, now your x5 will be giving us what? 2.885, and x6 will be giving us 3.05, while that of my y5 will be giving us 1.93, and that of my y6 will be giving us what? 2.03, while that of my z5 will be giving us 0.96, and z6 giving us what? 1.02. So as at this point, how do you know that you should stop? So when you subtract your 3.05 minus approximate to what? let me say, one decimal place. If you should approximate to one decimal place or an odd number, yes, let's approximate to an odd number. If you should approximate this to an odd number, which is 3, and that of my x5, if you have to approximate this to an odd number, to a odd number, which is what, 3, therefore subtracting 3 from 3, you get what, 0. Now coming to the y5 and y6, approximating this to an odd number is what, 2, and that of this is what, 2. So when you subtract this and this, you get what, 0. Now coming to this, approximating this to an odd number is what, 1, and that of this is what, 1. Subtracting this from this, we get what, which is subtracting your 5 from your 6, we get what, 0. So this is when you should stop. So at this point, the value of x, y, and z has converged. Thank you.